Hi friends, in this video we will talk about the power series expansion of a complex function and also the region of convergence of the power series. So um, let us start with the basic definition about what we call as a power series. So here it says that every function which is analytic means every analytic function which is analytic at z equals z0 point, then it can be expanded as power series about that particular point, that's z0. And the power series expansion is written in this general form, that f of z, the function which is an analytic function, the function itself can be written in terms of the power series like this: an into z minus z0 to the power n, and where n takes the value from 0 to infinity. So this is a summation of this pattern. So if you expand it, if you remove the summation sign and expand it, then you can write it like this. So a is 0 into brackets to the power 0 is 1, so it's a0, then a1 z minus z0 to the power 1, then a2 z minus z0 to the power 2, and so on. So this is the series expansion of the very same function which is analytic at z equals z0. So of course z0 is the center of the power series. So once you define the power series of a particular analytic function, then the second question arises is that how do we know that what is the region of convergence for this particular series which you have expanded. So when the series converges and diverges, that is what we want to know, especially the region of convergence. So whenever you find any kind of power series, there are three possibilities about the region of convergence for that power series. The first possibility is that the series is convergent within a disk. So for example, what does that mean? That the series will converge, how will it will converge within a disk? So let us see what does that mean. So we just take an example to understand this situation. That let me take a function z to the power n. So if I expand it, then you put n equals 0, so z to the 0 is 1, plus z to the power 1 is z, plus z square, and so on. And now here you take t to the n plus 1, t stands for term n plus 1 upon term n. So the n plus 1th term will be z to the power n plus 1. Of course, if you can see here, this is 0th term, first term, second term. So first term has n to the power 1, second term has n to the power 2. So likewise, n plus 1th term will have n z to the power n plus 1, and nth term will have z to the power n. So actually I want to make the modulus of the whole thing. So this will be nothing but the modulus of z. Okay, now you see here that this function will converge. How do you know when the series is convergent? So when your series, the value of the series tends to 0, that means the value of the series reaches towards 0, then you say that the series is converging. And when your value of series goes to infinity, then you say that your series is diverging. So here you see that when this series will be converging for mod z less than 1. Okay, only for that particular case the series will converge. So then you can say that if you want to represent it in terms of a figure, then here z minus z0, but there is no z0, so we take z0 to be 0. So this is the origin point, and let me draw this circle with a radius, and radius is 1 unit. So you see here that the series is convergent for the value less than 1. That means it will reach towards 0. That means the series will be convergent within this circle. Once it crosses the circle, the value will become greater than 1, and it then will start to diverge when it will go outside. I mean, whatever points you take which is outside, your series will seems to be diverging. It is convergent only inside the circle. So you can say that it is convergent within the disk. So this particular example shows that the pattern of convergence is within the disk. So this is the one possibility that how your series could converge. You will have to check for each and every case. Whenever you solve the problem, you will have to check that the pattern of how it converges, and those pattern will be one of the three which we are going to describe. So first pattern, you see that the series can converge within a disk. Then the second pattern is that series could converge in the whole complex plane. Now how does that happen? How the series would converge in the whole complex plane? So let us take another example, that sigma n equals 0 to infinity, of course, and you take the series to be z to the n divided by n factorial. If you expand it, then you see that z to the n, z to the 0 is 1 plus z upon 1 factorial is nothing, you can write if you wish. Then z square upon 2 factorial plus z cube upon 3 factorial, and so on. Alright, now again t plus n, tn plus 1th term upon tn, you take this ratio. So you see that you will always have to take the ratio of these terms in order to check the pattern of convergence. N plus 1th term will be z to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 factorial multiplied by t to the nth term will be z to the n into n factorial. Okay, now this whole thing is under the modulus. This I can write also as z into z to the n, because z into z to the n will be n plus 1 multiplied by n factorial as it is. N plus 1 can be, n plus 1 factorial can be written as n plus 1 into n factorial, and this z to the n is as it is. Now you can cancel out some of the terms, and then you are left with z upon n plus 1. Alright, now you see that as n tends to infinity, for all value of z, for all z, this whole z upon n plus 1 will tend to 0. You take, doesn't matter what value, suppose you have z equals 1, but if n tends to infinity, so 1 upon infinity will tend to 0. Even if you take z equals 1 lakh, but 1 lakh divided by infinity will also tend to 0. So irrespective of the value of z, so therefore I am saying that for all value of z, doesn't matter what you take, 1 lakh, 1 crore, 1 million, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how bigger value or whatever the value of z you take, as n tends to infinity, the whole term will fall to 0. So this is true that, and so if it tends to 0, that means the series is convergent. We said that when series tends to 0, it converges. If it tends to infinity, then it diverges. So here you see that it is converges, and it converges for all the value of z, all the value of all possible values of z. Therefore we say that this pattern of convergence is called, the series is converges in the whole complex plane, whole plane, because it accepts all the values in the plane. Therefore this type of series, when you have this case that when n tends to infinity, for any value of z, the series is convergent. That means the series is convergent throughout the complex plane. So this is the second type of convergence we have seen. And then the third type of convergence is that the power series converges only for a particular point. So far we have seen that the power series converges within the disk, that means it diverges outside. Then we see here that it converges in the whole plane. So this is a second type of convergence. And now we are seeing that the power series converges only at a particular point, otherwise elsewhere it diverges. So how it happens, that we will see just now, but you see that these are three types of convergence: within the disk, in the whole complex plane, and only at a particular point. Now let us see how the third case happens. So again we take an example and we do a summation from n equals 0 to infinity, and we take this series. Now you see, for the first term n is equal to 0, so it will simply be 1. Then for the second term z, third term will be 2 factorial into z square. 0 term, first term, second term, third term, and so on. Again we take t to the n plus 1th term upon t in the modulus of this ratio. N plus 1th term will be n plus 1 factorial into z to the n plus 1 divided by n factorial into z to the n. Again you can simplify just like we did in the previous case. N plus 1 factorial can be simplified to n plus 1 into n factorial and z to the n into z. This is the simplification of z to the n plus 1, and the denominator we will write as it is, and you can clearly cancel some of the terms, and then you are left with n plus 1 is not needed to be inside the modulus. We will just put z in the modulus. And now you see here that as n tends to infinity, infinity multiplied by anything, the whole term will tend to infinity, because infinity multiplied by anything is infinity. Even if this infinity multiplied by 1, if you take z equals 1 only, then also your whole term will tend to infinity. But there has to be a particular point at which it doesn't tend to infinity, and that point is z equals 0, because at z equals 0 the whole term collapses to the value 0, because 0 multiplied by anything is 0. So at z equals 0, so z equals 0 is the only point at which the series immediately falls to converge. Elsewhere, everywhere, the series is divergent like this. Okay, so this is the final type, the possibility of the series convergence we have seen. And I hope I have made you clear about the definition of the power series and its possible convergence patterns. Thanks for watching.